Next we have Singularity. This is actually a seriously fun game. This is a first-person shooter mixed with time travel type powers and all sorts of cool gadget type stuff. Really fun. That is I think it's called the TMD. Time manipulation device, I think that's the correct term for it. Really fantastic. Storyline wise, it's brilliant. It's proper time travel type storyline, proper kind of into the future and past. I think you've messed something up in the past and you go into the future, and it's really enjoyable campaign as well. I really did enjoy this game a lot. I saw a lot of footage online, and I was thinking, Jesus, this game looks so good. And I like the idea of the powers, and I like the storyline of the other time travel type stuff. Sci-fi, of course, is my genre, so I was really impressed by the stuff I saw. So I went out to go and get it, and I ended up getting it for nothing because I had so much points on my actual game station card. I got the game for absolutely nothing. So it would have cost me 15 quid, but I got it for zero. And yeah, really fantastic. The campaign's really fun, and yeah, I think I would play the campaign again. I've only played it once, but I will play it again for sure. Storyline wise, fantastic. The multiplayer was really fun also, and I really enjoyed the multiplayer. You can play as the actual type of soldiers type characters. You can play as the mutants, the creatures type thing. Really fantastic. Really, if you're looking for a really decent game, a really fun game with some powers and for a first-person shooter and some interesting sci-fi type stuff, then I'd check out Singularity for sure. Next we have Prototype. I don't need to say that too much about this game. I think a lot of people either like it or dislike it. It's kind of the Marmite effect, I think, on this game. For me, I actually really enjoyed it. It's a free open world game. You get shitloads of powers. It's huge chaos. It's really fun and really just out of control. And that's what I like about it, because it is that type of game, and I really enjoy it. The special effects are actually not too bad. I've played this recently on my new HD TV. It actually looks really good. The graphics actually looks really fantastic and really detailed as well. And of course, there's some problems with it, texture blurs and stuff, and yada yada. But yeah, overall, it's still an enjoyable game, and I haven't yet to finish it. I've still got a couple of missions left to do, but I definitely want to get the second one. I think that's going to be even better, and from what people have been saying, it is a lot better than the first one. So yeah, looking forward to the second one, and Prototype 1 I think will be staying in my collection anyway. So yeah, very enjoyable game, really out of control, lots of powers and stuff, all fun stuff. Next we have Dead Rising 2. I've had mixed opinions about this game. I've played the first one. I really enjoyed it. It's set in the mall and all that stuff. Very kind of Dawn of the Dead type feel. First one was. I liked the character. The second one I bought first time round. I liked it, but I got really pissed off because I was doing one of the main quests and I physically could not defeat the two twins. I got stuck on that mission, and I'm still kind of stuck on that mission at the moment. You got to defeat two twins, and that's so fucking hard. It's unbelievable. So they have two huge samurai swords, and they come at you at so random times, and you take one hit from them. That's it. You're almost fucked, mate. And it's pissed me off so much. I just end up selling it. I fancied played it again, and I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I ended up swapping it. I swapped this for Saints Row 2. That was a really good decision because I did not like Saints Row 2 at all. I didn't like that game at all. I got a zombie game back, which is very fantastic because I just basically messed around, went for some of the achievements and stuff, and just killed some zombies. The actual main quest multiplayer, I haven't actually gone back yet and done, but I've had fun just having a mess around and stuff. And the multiplayer is also really fun as well. I think what's called I think it's called K2K or something along those lines. I don't know, some sort of tournament type. Arena, which I quite enjoyed. Yeah, really enjoyable game. I quite liked it, and I'm quite interested in that Dead Rising 2 off the record. That's meant to have obviously has the original character back from the first one, and it's meant to be same story, same type of game, but just a different kind of obviously has the character back, and has a couple of new extra side quests and new weapons and stuff and better graphics. So I'm curious to pick that up and see what that's like. But yeah, Dead Rising 2, I have no problem with it, and I really enjoyed having it since I got it back, and I think I won't be selling it for sure. So show some of the artwork there. Of course, again, a really cool little booklet and lots of goodies and stuff. All good stuff. Dead Rising 2. camera on that. Next we have Resident Evil 5. Not going to talk too much about this game. I still do like it. I've purchased it. I've paid my own money for it, and I really enjoyed it. And I think a lot of people were disappointed, and they were saying it's a rip-off from the last one. I think the fourth one, and it's basically a huge disappointment. It's not really kind of scary or anything. It's more of a first-person shooter than actually a scary type of Resident Evil type things. I enjoyed it for what it is. There's things wrongs with it, and I do agree, and I completely understand a lot of people's opinions based upon this game, which is understandable. But for me, I did enjoy it, and I have played it a couple of times. I've played it with mates as well, with a co-op play, and that's really fun. And the multiplayer I haven't really played online because no one is really online in this game that much. The ones that have basically been dicks, I think, and I'm not really bothered about that. But yeah, for what I've played, and I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. It's quite an enjoyable game, but there's things I don't like about the cover system. I don't like, and I don't like the fact that you can get in so easily on the game as well. And the storyline's pretty good, and of course, being a Resident Evil with the film fans as well, they took a lot of stuff out of this and obviously put it into Resident Evil Afterlife, which I've got the references and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to number 6. That's meant to be going back to the basics, meant to be a mix between this and the original Resident Evil, which I'm looking forward to. So that should be good. So yeah, Resident Evil 5. Next we have Ghostbusters. Yes, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I think I bought this because I watched Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and I knew there was a game, and I didn't get it. I haven't bought it yet, and I thought, I want the game. I was looking online, looking at footage, looking at reviews, and they're saying it's really fantastic, really, really good, and really fun. And I went out and I actually ordered it online. I think for £10, brand new, fantastic, worth every single penny. It's just so fun. It is an actual. This is actually the third movie. This is a full-on sequel. It's from the same writers as the first 2 movies, and same voice acting as well, and it's really fantastic. It's a real tribute anniversary to Ghostbusters, and I like the fact that they actually can do an actual full-on sequel them back in their prime with their younger selves and all that stuff, and it works really well with the first 2, and I really enjoy playing it. It's so fun and just so, Ghostbusters, and I love the fact that you can use those Ponton packs. Oh my god, when I first used them I was like, oh my god, this is a dream come true. This is the first game ever I've managed to do that. Oh, it's so fun. The storyline's fantastic. The actual gameplay itself is really fun. The multiplayer itself, catching ghosts, and it's kind of like most wanted list, is quite fun also. So, Ghostbusters, fantastic. Next we have Condemned 2. A game that I judged the game too early, I think. I played the first one, really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fantastic, really dark, psychological type storyline. Second one I played, and I didn't like it. I thought it was too different, and it just didn't feel the same. Got rid of it. A mate convinced me to try it again, see what I think. I rebought it for $5, and I actually have really enjoyed it. So from what I've played so far, I haven't finished the game yet, but I have really enjoyed what I've played so far. I love the investigation type stuff, and I do like the character, and I do like the storyline for it, and yeah, it is an enjoyable game, and it is very, very dark and very psychological, and just I do like the combat system, I do like the clues and the investigation type stuff. I think it's really really fun and really interesting, and yeah, it's one of those really early games. The graphics are a little dated now, considering, but it doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest. It's still an enjoyable game at the end of the day. So yeah, Condemned 2. Next we have X-Men Origins Wolverine, the Uncaged Edition. This is probably one of the best movie adaptations to game I've ever played in any game. Is it 18 certificates? Wolverine, 18. Do you say anymore? This is a full-on violent Wolverine. This is something I do not. This is just, it's so fantastic. This is such a fun game. I bought this off my mate first time round, and I was blown away by how violent the actual game is and how awesome it is. It's really fantastic. Storyline is basically another type of. It's basically this. It's a different approach to the actual origin story. In a sense, it takes a couple of things from the actual movie, but does something a little different to it. But yeah, really fantastic, really enjoyable, and it plays Wolverine as a really violent person. There's lots of blood, lots of body parts and stuff, and the storyline's fantastic as well, set in the past and the future and all that. And really enjoyable, really fantastic, and I've had no problem with it in the slightest. I was blown away by how good it was, and it is. The only thing I didn't like about it is probably the last boss fight at the end of the game. Oh my god, that is so fucking hard. It's unbelievable. I think I nearly throw the remote to the TV. It's one of those games that you get really frustrated because the boss is so fucking unbelievably hard, and the checkpoint system for that is really fucking stupid, and just yeah. Yeah, the ending is really hard to this game as well, which is but that's the actual value, I suppose, and I like challenging stuff. So Wolverine Origins, if you're after an actual really violent X-Men game, was Wolverine. Yeah, check out their stuff, for sure. Next we have Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions. Actually, a really enjoyable Spider-Man game from recent Spider-Man game anyway that's been released. Really fantastic. It plays 4 different versions of Spider-Man, of course, the future Amazing Spider-Man, Noir Spider-Man, and of course the Black Suit Spider-Man. All 4 have different abilities, different type of powers. The actual LA Norm is kind of like Batman Arkham City or Arkham Asylum type thing, that type of style, the kind of sneaking around type of Batman type style. Really fantastic, really great gameplay and all that. I really enjoy it. Amazing Spider-Man is kind of the same as the future Spider-Man and the Ultimate Spider-Man. Different type of, you can swing around stuff like that. It's not open world. It follows a structured type of storyline, but it's still enjoyable for what it is. You know, you can move around in certain areas and stuff, but it's not free roam, which is a little disappointing in that respect. But still enjoyable. The actual storyline itself is really fantastic. I like the idea, like the past Spider-Man, future Spider-Man. There's been different versions throughout history and all that. I like the idea of it, and I really enjoyed this game. I think I didn't actually pay. This is one of the games I didn't actually pay for as well. I think I should have paid around about £20, but I had a HMV points card and I got £20 on that, so I decided to come. After seeing reviews and stuff for it, I thought, wow, this actually looks really good. So I decided to purchase it, and I did, and I really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy playing it. One of the new games I'm looking forward to is that Amazing Spider-Man game coming out, based upon obviously the new Spider-Man game movie, which looks pretty good. It's meant to be open world, free roam type game, which I think it's time to have a new Spider-Man game, and definitely I like the Spider-Man game for sure. So looking forward to that. Next we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Really fantastic. It is what it is kind of thing. It is a Sonic kind of cat and mouse chase road movie. I really enjoy this. The multiplayer I think is fucking fantastic and really addictive at times. Play as Cop, or you can play as the Crook, or you can play as the Crook, or you can play as the Cop. It's that black and white type of thing game, and I love the speed. I like how they capture this whole kind of world, and I play this on my new HD TV with the new surround stuff and stuff, the HD surround stuff as well. Oh my god, once I got my new TV at Christmas time, I played this and I was blown away. The sound was so fantastic, and the atmosphere was so in your face type of thing. I was really fun. I was blown away. I really was. Really enjoyable multiplayer. Of course, I had to purchase the actual online code for it, so I bought the game for about £7 quid, but I had to pay another £8 to get the actual multiplayer, which turned out to be money well spent because I've played that multiplayer so many times, and I like being the cops. I like having the actual roadblocks and the actual helicopters and stuff, all the tactics and stuff about it, and I like it is a really enjoyable car chase type game. So yeah, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Next we have Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter 1 to 4. Yeah, what can I say about Lego Harry Potter 1 to 4? It is what it is. Lego Harry Potter is Lego Harry Potter. It is funny. It is. I like the idea of putting these pieces together and stuff. And I like the little animation cutscenes. They're really fun and really I really enjoy that. I like the Lego games, and I've played all of them. I played the Star Wars Legos, I've played the Batman Legos and all that stuff, and they've all been fun, and I had no problem with them in the slightest, to be honest. So look at Harry Potter 1 to 4. I need to get the other one, to be honest, the other one they did, but that's been really enjoyable. I've really had fun playing that, and it is what it is. It is a bit of a light-hearted type of game, which is different from the ones I've got already, so that's something for me. Next we have Skyrim, Eldorado Skyrim. Yes. I don't think I need to say too much about this game. I think everyone and like the millions sold worldwide, I think sums it up, kind of thing. One of the things I will say about this is definitely, it was surprising, it was really fantastic, and it is a brilliant game. I played Oblivion, didn't really like it. I didn't like the mechanics. I like the storyline, I like the open world, but I didn't like the mechanics, and it didn't really suck me in that much. This one has done the complete opposite and really got me into it, and I really enjoyed this game. I'm still playing it, and I haven't finished it. I don't think I will. It's one of those games I think they put so much context and so much side quests, and it's impossible to literally finish everything in this game. So I think I'll be playing this for so many years to come. But Skyrim, absolutely fantastic, and highly recommended if you like open world games. If you want an open world game which you can play for like ever, then Skyrim is your game. Next we have another Rockstar game. We have Red Dead Redemption. I bought this on the day, of course, and really fantastic Western storyline. I like Rockstar when they do these type of games, and they go from like a city type of, gangster type style to a Western type storyline. Western type storyline is absolutely fantastic, and the actual storyline for this is redemption. It is about kind of this character trying to find, the right place, and he's made a deal and all that stuff, and he's trying to find old member of his gangs and stuff, and it's fantastic. The gameplay is fantastic, and the campaign I've had so much fun with, and I like the whole slow motion kind of things you can do, like the slow down time, do the whole shooting in the head, the headshots and stuff, and it's really fantastic. And I play this, I think, more than I do GTA, in all fairness. The multiplayer I have played and I do enjoy from time to time, but for some reason it seems to be a bit tricky for me. I don't understand why. I think it's just the mechanics of the actual multiplayer is it's a bit more tricky than other games have been. I haven't seemed to got the grasp of it properly, but I have enjoyed what I've played so far of it anyway. But I have finished the main storyline, and it is really fantastic. And yeah, I played the actual zombie, I'm not sure what it's called, the Undead Nightmare or something along those lines. I thought it was okay, I suppose. It didn't blow me away, but I think I need to replay it again just to see what I think. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption. Lots of cool stuff, magazines, maps and stuff, usual stuff. Next we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now this I thought was better than the last one. I'm not a massive Call of Duty fan. I like to say that out loud right now, to be honest. I think they're overhyped in a lot of ways, to be honest. But I did enjoy Modern Warfare 2, especially the storyline. I thought the storyline was absolutely fantastic. The campaign I thought was really fantastic, and there's just so many things you can do with it. It's so detailed and so interesting as an actual futuristic storyline. It's really, really, really great. And other idea you can mix like like stealth missions, and you have like up in the sky missions, the helicopters and stuff, and you can have on the salt kind of ground, and you can go into buildings and stuff. And the actual campaign is really fantastic, really well done, and really fantastic. I really enjoyed the campaign. I've played it so many times. It's great. The characters are fantastic, soap and all that stuff. But good stuff. They copied a lot of the same lines from the actual other movies like The Rock and all that stuff. But one thing I'm actually happy about is the actual soundtrack is also from Hans Zimmer, who has done the soundtrack for the Dark Knight and the new Dark Knight Rises, of course, as well. So many soundtracks he's done, but he did the soundtrack for this game, and it obviously shows. I love it. Love the soundtrack, and I love the sniping in this mission as well. It's really fun. Multiplayer is, of course, multiplayer. We don't say much about that. It is what it is. Standard deathmatches, team deathmatches. So popular the actual multiplayer is. So yeah, Modern Warfare 2. I have played the third one. I was quite massively disappointed with it. I thought it was basically just reusing a lot of the same missions from this one, remapping it into graphics, just putting a couple of characters that we didn't really give a shit about, and I think it wasn't satisfying as an actual ending, to be honest. I thought it was a little disappointing, but I'll stick with number 2, to be honest. That's my opinion. My second Call of Duty game, which is my only one out of the two I've got, is Black Ops. I really like the actual storyline for this. It's really interesting, and it's a different approach to the second one, going back into the past type thing of Mason and all that. I like all the it actually is quite dark, and it actually is. I like the whole the whole numbers and stuff, and like the idea of like this kind of brainwashing and all that, that type of things, and the Cobra Ops Russians, this hidden plan they had for a long time. I thought was really, really fantastic, and storyline was really detailed and really fun, and of course so many different variations of missions and throughout. It's great stuff. The soundtrack is great as well, and really enjoyable campaign. The multiplayer is obviously still really fun. I've played it so many times, and I still do play the multiplayer. I think it is really fun for us, just to standard kind of silly kind of well, it is what it is kind of thing. It is. I think it's really fun. The actual multiplayer, it is really enjoyable, and I had so much fun on it. So yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops.